Hi, welcome all to the Healer Heart Network. It's your girl, Bob the Healer. I am back with another episode. I hope you've been doing amazing things in your life since the last time we've seen each other. And if you're new here, make sure you subscribe. I want to really get into some identity work today. Today's talk show is brought to you by none other than the Healer Heart Network. If you're new here, this is our live show, okay? Front row. And you, the audience watching, get the wonderful opportunity to participate, comment, and share your experience as well. So, who's excited to join the show? All right. Front row, front row, front, the front row, the front row, the front row, the front row. So, today's headline: you don't need a new life, you need a new relationship with yourself. Yes. And we're really going to get into some things today on our talk show. So make sure you are taking notes per usual. We have a few different segments that I'm really excited about. But our main focus today is the identity shift that you're about to go through. Yes, the identity shift that you are going through needs no introduction. Okay, you've been feeling it. I've been feeling it. We've all been feeling it. But first, let's get into the fashion fit of the front row. Okay, darling, what do we got today? What do we got today? Let me give you a 360, darling. Oh, you see the back? Oh, no. Let's tuck her in. All right. We got the cute little top with some butterflies on it because we're transforming. Okay, we got the crown working. Okay, she's cute. We've got a dress that I turned into a skirt. Okay. All right, we got to get into the shoes, honey. Keep the shoes, honey. Okay. Oh, front toe. Okay. Points. Okay. Hi, baby. And these are some shoes from Louis OC, something like that. They're not Louis V, but close enough. And yes, that is it for the moment. She's giving Bobby Bradshaw. Hi, welcome in. Okay. Baby, we are having a good time on today's show. Okay. And you are the special guest. Yes. And I want to get into our new segment. Okay. Here on the front row, we want fresh ideas, fresh experiences. And that's what comes with the identity shift. Thank you guys so much for your love and support. I really appreciate when you guys share, comment your experiences. Okay. So, this next segment, I want you to just listen. If you identify with this, then take some notes. Okay. This next segment is called Letters to the Healer. Yes. That's what we're talking about, baby. We're talking about the identity shift. And if you want to share your own experience, okay, after this juicy letter, honey, you can email me anonymously. Okay. I won't share it. I actually changed the information so it doesn't include someone's name, but it's a perspective that maybe, hi, it's a perspective. Maybe you understand. So email me your letters and we will feature them on the talk show. Okay. Live on the front row. Okay. You already know how to get my email. Okay. Period. I know that's right. Okay. My Healer Heart community don't play about me. I know that's right. Okay. I know that's right. All right. So let's get into this segment. Dear Bob the Healer, I feel like I'm going through an identity shift, but I cannot tell whether I am growing or simply losing myself. For years, I was known as the dependable person. Mm. I was always available, always helping, always fixing problems. Honey, does that sound like anybody? Okay, hold on, hold on, 1 second, because the tea. Listen, don't get in here and play around with a psychic. I know you're live. I know what's really going on. I know what's really going on. Okay, some of this is resonating. Mm. But before we get into more, make sure you are subscribed. Let me tell you something. Bob be knowing. Okay, Bob be knowing. Y'all say get on here asking about my love life. Like that matters to the message. Every single show. It's like, come on. Are you gonna ask me if I'm ovulating next? Okay, let's get back to the tea. Where were we? I know y'all all in my business. I don't get it. When I'm giving everything to you for free. Come on. All right. So for years, I was known. Who's taking notes? Mm. You know you love it here. Stop playing with yourself. Okay, so for years, I was known as the dependable person. I was always available, always helping, always fixing problems, and always saying yes, honey. Okay, my family came to me for everything. My friends expected me to listen to every crisis. At work, I became the person who carried responsibilities that were not even mine. I want you to like when this starts to resonate. Okay. Lately, I don't want to be that person anymore. I've started setting boundaries, turning down invitations, resting more, and questioning the life I worked so hard to build. I no longer feel connected to some of my friendships. My career looks successful from the outside, but I feel emotionally disconnected from it. Even the clothes I used to love, the places I used to go, and the things I used to post online no longer feel like me. Okay? Like it up. I know some of y'all in here lying now. I have started setting boundaries, turning down invitations. That part right there, I know is resonating. Because some of y'all done turned down some invitations today. But I'll be knowing. And I no longer feel connected to some of my friendships. That part. Even the clothes I used to love, the places I used to go, and the things I used to spot online no longer feel like me. Post online, excuse me. The problem is that the people around me keep asking what is wrong. Okay. My family says I'm acting distant. One of my friends told me that I have changed and become selfish. Oh, my coworkers have noticed that I no longer volunteer for everything. Sometimes their reactions make me feel guilty, and I start wondering whether the old version of me was kinder, more loving, and easier to be around. Oh, I also feel embarrassed because I do not fully know who the new version of me is yet. I know what I no longer want. Hello. But I cannot clearly explain what I'm becoming. How do you move through an identity shift when the version of you was loved, needed, and rewarded by everyone around you? How do you know whether you are becoming more authentic or simply pushing people away? Sincerely, becoming someone new. All right, front row, let's get into it. Let's get into some advice. This client is asking for our help today, and I can identify with a lot of that. What about you? Come on, y'all. Don't be in here quiet now. Y'all was just talking. Now, what I think is happening in this person's life is what happens to a lot of us. I think we all experience losing our old selves. Sometimes our relationships can die because the old version of us is no longer there. And so it's a few different things that we can unpack in that letter. I would definitely recommend them getting a reading, a reading on where they want to go in their lives, what direction they're headed, as well as just some transformative tools they can use while they're repositioning themselves. It's a lot, guys. I mean, personally, since y'all want to get in my business, I feel like I've went through so many relatable experiences where uh, I moved on or I moved to a different element in my life or different version of myself was emerged. And I felt like I had to continue to maintain those old relationships. But it wasn't fair to that person and it wasn't fair to me to continue to be in this falsehood, okay, in this fake relationship that wasn't helping either one of us, quite frankly. Part of growing is accepting yourself in every phase. So there's a little bit of insecurity and shame that I recognize in that. Who's here from the first show? I'm going to go grab something. Okay. This. Told you guys we were going to reference this throughout the course because we are in a live academy for the next 3 more days. So if you haven't caught up on day 1, class 1 and class 2, I'd recommend that. So in class 1, I gave you guys this free download. And in the download, it has your symbolic vibration, a way to identify your emotional state, and a chakra focus. This transforms your lower energies into powerful higher energies. So, what that means is for this person featured in the letter or you watching who identify with the letter, like myself, some things they were struggling with were guilt. It's one of the lowest vibrating energies. And that just requires self forgiveness and self acceptance. Accepting yourself for where you are at this point in your journey, even if it doesn't look like who people expect for you to show up as. That's real, that's radical self love. Like, hey, look, viewer, I'm going to love myself in every shape and form, even when I'm changing, even when I look different, even when I sound different, even when my hair is different. Every version of myself deserves to be loved equally, and yours does too. If this is resonating, like, share, subscribe, baby. So yes, I have this available for free. You can download this, put it on your wall. Hi, welcome in. Put this on your wall. And identify your emotional vibration each day. That's vibration, that's energy work. Recognizing and paying attention to your energy and using it to transform into your highest frequency. That's what we're doing here. Okay. So, to that person, you got to get out of guilt. You got to get out of self blame. You have to recognize that you've been called to this identity shift and that those people may have been, they may have been benefiting from an old version of you. And if they can't see and recognize the new version of you, that's okay. Where you're going, there's plenty more relationships that are going to celebrate who you are becoming and who you already are. Those relationships I want you to dive into more. I want you to surround yourself with more. Those relationships are going where you're headed. Okay? So, unfortunately, I've had to have a few endings lately that have been heartbreaking. Um, and through that, I've learned that self love is the best healing. Oh my goodness. And acceptance, accepting that it's okay that we outgrow relationships. That's okay. Not easy to process, but it's still okay. And a lot of the times, rejection is God's protection. Okay. God is aligning us to a frequency that's different. And sometimes if you get too high, people want to bring you low. So, and I'm saying that those relationships that you're exiting out of your life resemble that sound, but most of the time they do. And for that client, I definitely would recommend booking a reading. Click the link in my bio. If you're experiencing your own identity shift and you want a little bit of support, join our community. Collectively, we're going through it. And each live, I'm giving good tools to help you through this shift. So join us. All right, let's get into the next segment. Don't fall asleep on me, honey. Hey, this is the Oracle moment. Let's get into the message for each element. I'm going to start off with fire signs. Actually, no, we'll give Cancer its own little reading since it's your birthday month. Any Cancer suns, moons, or risings in the building, honey? What's going on with my Cancers? I'll put it down real quick. Give me a little cute little table or something. Spirit, hook it up. All right. You're right. You're right. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling fly. Okay, I'm feeling right. So let's get into the message, honey. Hey, and say yes. And say yes. Oh, that sounds like a slap. You ever heard that song? I'm gonna comment it below by Kid Cudi. And say yes. And say yes. I haven't heard that in a long time. Dun, 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 dun. I feel like I should play it. And say yes. And say yes. Okay, Spirit is saying, get to the message, honey. All right, just say yes, Cancer Sun. You were saying no a lot. Say yes. All you gotta do is say yes. Don't deny what you feel. Let me address you, babe. Open up your mind and just ask. I'm about to let you know. Oh wait. You make me so, 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 so. You make me so. Mm. You make me. Come on, Cancers. You got somebody in their feelings, honey. Okay, this is about you though. Cancers, the message is clear. Say yes. Baby, say yes to opportunities. Say yes to life. Say yes to exploring and dating and getting out there. There's an evolution coming for you, and it's looking real sweet, baby. It's looking real good, okay? And you just got to say yes. Stop limiting your belief systems. You got some belief systems that are strangling you, honey. Especially around what a woman can do, who a woman is. Like, I don't know if this could be LGBTQ community. This could also be, this definitely is. Like you date women, whoever it is, they date women. This Cancer dates women for sure. Girl, guy, whatever. Um, and you need to just start putting yourself out there more in the dating scene. If that's what it is that you feel like like you may have coming out of an old relationship, you want to emerge into something new, but you've been hesitating. Just say yes. Say yes to life, babe. You're hesitating a lot in your career, in who you want to be, in your love life, and you're gonna create some stagnancy, honey. Okay, you're gonna create stagnancy if you don't just say yes, or you find yourself feeling tied down and pressed down on things because you are suppressing your true desires. You have to tune into your heart space, Cancers. What is it that you really want? What is it you really want? I need you to identify that and stop telling yourself no, especially for your birthday season. It's like, put yourself out there, start saying yes to activities that you've always wanted to do, to opportunities. Like some of you guys are singers, you're performers, you're artists. Put yourself out there. You deserve it. You deserve to shine, Cancers. Okay, take it from a Leo. You deserve to shine. Any other message from my Cancers? Trust the path that you're walking on is divinely guided, and that if you were supported by God, what would you be doing? It's time to shift into that identity, to your God filled identity. All right, let's get into the message for water signs. Love this message. Very beautiful message for my water signs. For my Cancers and Scorpios and Pisces, things are flowing to you with ease because you are shifting into your highest vibrational identity. Yes. Opportunities are coming to you, and it's because you're faced in the direction of divine. Some of you are North nodes in Scorpio, North nodes in Cancer, North node in Pisces. You could also have a North node in the eighth house. Opportunities are flowing to my Scorpios and my Cancers and my Pisces because they are facing their true selves. You've done some shadow work, babies. I'm proud of you. You've identified what's been holding you back from chasing your dreams. And it's paying off, quite frankly. Okay, the rewards are coming in. And if especially if you're one of my subscribers, honey, you gotta stop overthinking things though. You put one foot down and you start thinking second guessing that one foot. And it's like, no, you have to stand your ground. Stand on what it is you're creating. Stand on this new identity that you have. A part of this identity shift is being able to trust yourself and trust divine that where you're going is the right direction, especially cancers, because that was your main message right there, was that divine is guiding you to more opportunities to say yes, but you're second guessing that. Stop overthinking it. Baby, it's easy. It really is easy to be in your purpose when you stop resisting your calling. You know, we get all the signs that pop up and stuff, and we're like, no, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see the sign. Ooh, what's the bottom of the deck? No. That's hilarious. I don't want to see the sign. No, I don't want to see it. But you're looking directly in it. This is the sign. Just keep going, water signs. Keep pressing forward. There's not much of a message here other than stop thinking you can go back to your old life because it's you're not aligned with your old life anymore. Okay, you're not aligned with these old relationships anymore. And if you think that if the message is coming, give me a second. It's like you have this shattered perspective of yourself or your old relationships do. Okay, they no longer are resonating because they don't see the new you. The new you is more grounded, it's more peaceful. You want peace in your life. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. You want better relationships that are in harmony, that flow. Listen, some of my Scorpios and Cancers and Pisces and got to a point where they're like, look, I'm done dealing with people that always bringing drama to my front door. Okay? You ain't even trying to answer the call no more. Baby, I know. Bobby know it. And that's okay. But be real and keep pressing forward. There's nothing wrong with what you're doing. You're protecting your peace. Self-preservation is self-love. And this is the time for you to rest and replenish because where you're headed, God is getting ready to use you for something magnificent. And you can't be spoiling that energy. So set better boundaries. Oh my goodness, it reads like a good book. Set better boundaries. Speak up and speak clearly. Right here. Okay. Who's ready for my fire signs? Oh, and water signs, you have divine counsel, people that help you in the outer realms. Okay. The Holy Spirit is helping you. You have angels, you have archangels that help you to move through this with light and with grace. You have grace for the place that you're in. Okay. All right. Let's get into Leos, Aries, Sagittarius. Okay. Warriors, mount up. I feel we're breaking the chain. We're breaking the chain. For Aries, Leo, for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, we are breaking some rules and breaking the chain. We are learning how, I say we because I'm a fire sign myself. We are learning how to stand up and stand out in our gifts. That's the identity shift we're going through. Okay, no longer are we in the back, we're in the front and we're leading. Okay, there's leaders emerging for the Aries, the Leo, and the Sagittarius. As they're going through this identity shift, it's like rapid growth for the fire signs. They're maturing at a very rapid rate to take their place as leaders in society. Okay, it may show up leaders in the family, it may show up as leaders in their career. They could be taking charge of their own personal lives. Fire signs are transitioning from being in the back to running the show. Okay. There could be some people who were once behind the scenes that are now going to be actors or now in front of the camera. But also, I think a lot of the fire signs are having an identity change in who's calling the shots in their lives. They may have been running the show in the past, but other people were calling the shots, like your parents, like your elders, like your other community members. And you're learning to be free. You're learning how to enjoy life, experience life, fire signs, without this need of pressure to please people, to show up in a certain energy of like the fixer upper person. You know, fire signs can get it done, honey. You call a Leo, you call a Sagittarius, you call Aries, you won't get it done quick. Okay. But Aries is like, look, I'm tired of being bossy. I want to run my own show. Okay. I'm tired of taking direction from the director, I want to be the director. And spirit is ushering that. They're like, okay, go ahead, do your thing, girl. Do your thing, guy. But make sure you're in the right lane. Sometimes I think fire signs get so excited about just being in the position of power or leadership that they're doing it out of competitiveness or spite. And it's really like, are you doing this because it's your talent? This is what you're gifted to do, not because all your peers are doing it. Oh, okay, honey, tell me about myself. Spirit wants you to recognize that you are a beacon of light. You are a leader in this new evolution, this new change. You're elevating the frequency, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And it's the way that you create and what you're creating that is so important to spirit. That's why spirit wants you to stay in your lane. Yes, baby, don't try to do what all your peers are doing. Don't try to do what's the fast money. Okay, you got to tap in with your dreams. Stay immersed in your dreams because that's where the money is. That's where you're being called. And I want my fire signs that are listening to work on nurturing your gifts like your children. Yes, I want you to start taking care of your children, taking care of your spiritual gifts, taking care of your spiritual talents, your creative projects like they're your babies, because they are. Okay. And I want you to start nurturing yourself like you're a mother, male or female. Okay. Like a mother giving birth, honey. And some of my Leos, you getting ready to release some projects, and you need to understand that after you release, you need to be taking care of your body, taking care of your mind and your spirit, because you're depleted after you just released and birthed something, male or female. Okay. Same thing for my Aries. Taking charge or leading. You need to get outdoors and get some of that energy you're giving to others back to yourself. And Sagittarius, you need a vacation, honey. I know you've been stuck up in the house with the kids and the wife and things, and you've been hanging out with the homies and things, and you need some time alone to recharge. Okay, you've been showing up for people, Sag. You've been doing the job of plenty, and now it's your time to rest in your own company. And some of my Sagittarius, yes, you do recharge when you're around your people. Okay. But you're like a walking battery for people that are ready to come on, that are ready to charge up as soon as you get charged up. And spirit wants you to preserve. Listen, God is a little selfish with Sagittarius right now. This is a new version of you, Sag. You can't be walking around how you used to. Everybody can't go with you on this solo trip. Spirit is sending you on a solo trip, Sag. Okay. And it's so that you can birth a more independent, self loving, self adventurous version of you. And for my Leos, you're getting ready to become free, honey. Free to do whatever you want to do. Okay. You done made so many sacrifices that you don't know what it's like to enjoy life. Baby, my Leos are going to be stepping into a position that is going to give them so much more freedom and ease because of their past work. This is a good year for Leos. Whenever you're watching this is a good time for Leos. It's like Leos, the work you've already done on yourself is just calling in those opportunities to you to teach and lead. And it's based on how you've nurtured yourself. And divine is giving Leos like secret access to things, like real access to things that other people can't get. Listen, other people can't get it. This identity shift that you're going through, Leos, other people are not, they don't understand it. It's not as easy for them as it will be for you. So don't brag about it. Just pray about it. Pray for them, honey. Pray for them, honey. Because you're about to be beaming up. You're transforming at a cellular level. And a lot of people don't know how to do what you do. I mean, it's like magic. Okay. And that in itself is why you're going to be leading the collective. Fire signs got it made. Okay. They on their way, honey, to their spiritual evolution. Just don't look back. Don't look back. Keep pressing forward and make sure you stay in your lane. All right. All right. Earth signs. Let's go ahead and get a message for my earth signs. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Oh, okay, shit is not, excuse my language. Things is not sweet for Capricorn, Virgo. Okay, there's a lot of trauma that we got to get through, earth signs, before we can elevate to the next frequency. I feel grief and heartache and loss. I feel grief and loss for Capricorns, Virgos, and Taurus. There's someone in heaven that wants you to understand that God has a plan. Oh, I want to cry. Whoever that triggered that thought is directly talking to you. Okay, I'm channeling. You have people, but you have specifically one person in heaven. This could be a male. This could be a man, a young boy. This could be, I'm channeling for several people. This could be a young girl. I'm sorry to some of you that have lost a child. They have lost a child recently or in the past, or you lost elders. Yes, some of you have lost elders, either elder grandmother that's appearing in her younger form, or an elder mother, like a mother that was pregnant. Hmm. I don't want to channel this, to be quite honest, because I'm feeling a lot of people's relatives that have passed away. But that's essentially the message: is that you are going to be channeling. Some of y'all are channelers. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Virgo. You are a channeler, and you have been getting messages from past elders that have been lighting up your direction and showing you exactly where you need to go. Look at your Saturn placement, Virgo. You could have a Saturn in Virgo. But your elders are helping you in childbirth as well. They could also be nurturing you during this transition, this change. There could be a lot of gossip in the family around your transformation, earth signs. What you've been going through, what you've been feeling. Some of you have been having stomach issues and things like that. But you just need to ground yourself. You need to do some grounding exercises because a lot of the truth that you have been feeling is going to start being revealed. Things your ancestors told you that you've been feeling like, am I crazy? Am I feeling that? No, your ancestors are talking to you. So I'm saying Capricorn 2, Virgo, maybe even Taurus, there's some channelers in this group. Earth signs are channelers. And when you get grounded, when you do your breathing exercises, breathing into your diaphragm, you start to get signs from them more. Some of it might scare y'all, but you'll start to smell scents from them that remind you of them. You'll start to see images that they're sending you. They're trying to communicate with you. Some of y'all had a past boyfriend that passed away, and he's trying to communicate with you. It's okay to move forward. That's a clear message for some. But you've been feeling that, and you just didn't know if it was okay. They're telling you it's okay. Also, for my Virgos, your grandmother wants you to tap in because you have an Asian ancestry line that they're trying to communicate about, something around the ancestral line. So it's very, very clear that my Capricorns need to be booking a reading with me on getting their gifts together because, honey, you got the gifts. And I'm channeling so much. I very rarely channel um, or do mediumship when I'm doing readings to protect my energy, to be quite honest. Because I don't want to know y'all grandmas and things. Meemaws, I don't want to know them. I don't want them up in my house. No shade, but baby, I'm at the smudge after this. Because some of y'all really need to be doing the grounded work because you're running from your gifts. And that's the message right there, honey. That's the message for the earth signs. You're running from your gifts. Your ancestors are trying to talk to you. You're running from your ancestors. They're like, where are you going? We know where you're we know where you live. Wait, could we not put this back? Listen, because I still got air signs. Whew. That's another thing about channeling. You're literally like a spout for God. Like all of this, my throat chakra, all of this gets used. It requires a lot of work to channel. Okay. And I make it look easy, but earth signs is not that easy. Yeah, because now that I'm not, y'all see that? Honey, you got to learn how to, it's like windows or like little windows. You got to learn how to shut the window and have really strong boundaries with the afterlife because they don't care. They got all day. Honey, they got all day. They got all day to be like, hi, I have a message for this person and that person. And then you start opening the door, and then it's like, me, Moz, me, Moz, me, Moz, trying to talk to you. I don't got time for that. Book a reading. All right, I'm sure I do be scaring y'all with my gifts because they be accurate, honey. They be so freaking accurate. I spent so many years hiding personally in the spiritual closet, and it was like, oh, so relief when I could come out and just be like, I don't care. And I'm sure my ancestors was like, girl, we been new because we have the gift. We got the gift too. All right, let's move on to air signs. All right. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Geminis. Ooh, Gemini. I have a little message for you for the Geminis, honey. Okay. All right, let's get into it. Okay. It's been a difficult year, I'm gonna say, for my Aquariuses and Libras and Geminis. You have been longing to change up the scenery and change up your identity. You need a real identity shift, okay? Bottom of the deck, break the chain. Okay. Your card is answer the call. Libras, you've been longing for that lover. You've been longing for real, intimate, deep love. And for Aquariuses, you've been longing to shake things up in your life. Gemini, you are longing for mental stimulation. Everybody around you is boring. Nobody got that pizzazz, that gravitas, that, you know? I feel like air signs are a little bored in their love lives. Yeah, they're a little bored and they're ready to like break up with whoever they're dating, or they're ready to like move forward and like what their life purpose is. Whatever it is you're doing right now, spirit is like you are beating a dead horse, honey. And I feel like air signs have been doing what their family has been telling them to do, doing what their spouse has been telling them to do. Also, you could just have been or surrounding yourselves, air signs, or people that are not in alignment where with your talents, where you want to go. Okay, it's coming, it's coming in, it's coming in. Okay, I feel like air signs specifically are they're seeing visions of their new life. They're seeing, even for like my matriarchs, my mothers, and even my fathers, you're seeing a life that is just so abundant in the life that you really want. And then you're looking at the life that you have, and it's like not the same. And so your identity shift is calling you to the life that is on your Pinterest board. Your identity shift is calling you to the life that you are desiring, dreaming up about. And spirit is saying you can have that. You can have that life in reality. You don't have to second guess yourself for wanting that. And as you answer that with a resounding yes and you let go of your past life, break the chains, the relationships that you're in that are holding you back from who you really want to be and the life you deserve to have. There's other people waiting for that version of you to arrive. There's other versions of you that are going to die off and have been dying off throughout this year. That's why it's important for you to get your rest. That's why it's important for you to take vacations because you can get very exhausted quickly through all of this transformation that's happening. And my air signs have been used to the energy and frequency of hurry. God wants you in a salvation mode, in like a waiting for the good things to happen mode, not in the mode of hurry and rushing and needing things to move quickly and trying to rush, rush, rush. That's what you learned from your ancestors. And your ancestors want you to break that chain. They may not help you in breaking that chain, honey, because they don't know how to do it. That's why you're the first to do it. Okay? You're so used to rushing and being in survival mode that you don't recognize things can come to you. So it's a complete mental shift of like, oh, I can do this with ease. I can get money with ease. I can transition the life into the life that I want with ease. This is a journey, not a destination. I can enjoy life. That's a wonderful experience. And so, air signs, as you're moving into this, like I said, don't forget to rest, replenish, take care of yourself. One way to break the chain of a hustle and bustle culture is to schedule in your vacation. Schedule in that me time, that downtime. Rest is productive. And that is how you're shifting into your new identity. It's through rest, replenishment, and retreat, breaking the chains of what your ancestors taught you about needing to be in a rush, and going after what it is you're longing for. Stop believing that you have to stay stuck in these dynamics that no longer nurture the new you. Okay? So that's the message, darling, for my air signs. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next segment. So, the next part of this segment is called The Healer's Verdict. Yes, The Healer's Verdict. So, I've got my handy dandy gavel. All right. And we are going to go over some present modern day beliefs. And we're going to just talk about them. Okay. These are identity, modern day beliefs that we experience. Okay. Yeah. I want this to fall. That's going to fall. So, all right. Who's ready? Let's begin. All right. True or false? And you can comment T or F chat if you agree with these identity shift statements. All right. First one. Dun dun. Dun dun. Dun dun. All right, we're walking down. When you start setting boundaries, people who benefited from your lack of boundaries will call you selfish. True or false? Do 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 do. True or false, chat? Comment below. Do you feel like when you start setting boundaries, people call you selfish? Do 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 do. I think so. Verdict is true. True. I 100% agree. I think people start calling you selfish when they don't benefit from your lack of boundaries anymore. Very clear. All right, number two, outgrowing your friendships does not always mean the friendship was fake. Sometimes you simply no longer connect with the version of yourself they know. True or false? I say, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know. It's a hard one. That's a hard one. Because a part of me is like, I agree. And then a part of me is like, but then I don't. It's like, I agree because, yeah, you can fall out. I've had, you know, friendships in all tiers of school that I'm like, oh, they're cool peoples, but I don't really rock with them like that no more. We just outgrown. But then when I think back, maybe when I think back, I'm like, you know what? It might have been because they was fake. Okay, so that's it. False. Next. Number three. If your new identity requires you to constantly prove that you have changed, you probably have not fully become that person yet. True or false? Say it again. If your new identity requires you to constantly prove that you have changed, you probably have not fully changed or become that person yet. What do we say, guys? What do we think? What do you think, chat? I'm gonna say false. Sometimes you gotta speak things into existence. I don't think you have to constantly prove it, but sometimes you gotta let people know I'm not the old version of me no more. Okay, you tried that with the old version of me, but the new version of me ain't playing that. Okay. The old version of me was okay with you dilly and dallying, but the new version of me, slap a hoe. Okay. I come from okay, you get what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta let people know I can go that low, but I'm not gonna go that low. Or I used to be on that time, but I'm not on that time no more. I've been delivered. Come on, I know you feel me, honey. I've been delivered. Okay, I used to be on a slap a hoe, but now I've been save a hoe. Okay, so I'm gonna just pipe down for a little bit. So I'm gonna say false. Okay, you can tell people you've changed over and over again until they get it, but you don't need to prove this new identity shift that you're going through. Okay, you can walk around and it's all in your aura, baby. It's all in your vibe. It's all in how you carry yourself. It's really all in your self respect. In the relationship with yourself and the relationship and how you treat yourself, all of that is being shown to the audience. Okay. All of that is being shown to every person you have a relationship with. And so if you show up 100% with you and it's like, I require the best from me, I require the best from you. The people don't play with your time. Or they fall in line and they fall off. Even better. All right. Last one, y'all. Sometimes finding yourself is really just giving yourself permission to disappoint everyone who preferred the old version of you. Mm. So essentially, going through this metamorphosis process is just an excuse to abandon your old relationships. That's interesting. What do you think, chat? What do you guys think? Front row. Okay. Well, I agree. I think, boss, sometimes you upgrade about a circumstances, people, and situations. But if you are really finding a new version of you, you don't always have to do that. Okay. So you don't always have to be changing up your friend group or changing up your colleagues or your network every time you're elevating in life. Sometimes you can bring the old friends with you. Sometimes you can bring the spouse that's been down with you since day one, or your partner that's been down with you since day one. Like there's nothing wrong with having a network that's been loyal to you. Now, it gets tricky when those people are either jealous of your success, envious, or they become a hindrance to your growth. Then you got to elevate and transmute that. You got to set people aside and be like, look, I've been having status meetings with people. Like, look, where's this going? What we doing? Baby, what is this? How are we supporting each other? Okay. How are we supporting each other? How are we elevating each other's frequency so that we can be the best version of ourselves together? Okay. So, yes, that is okay. Our segment called The Healer's Verdict. If you like that, comment below. Let me know what you think, and we'll put that in the rotation. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining our live show today here on the Heal a Heart Network. It has been such a pleasure to bring to you the front row experience. If you would love to see another show, join us tomorrow when we are live here on the Heal a Heart Network. God bless and do your best, baby.